Over the past 5 days of survival, we have been very focused on surviving and gathering resources, but if you look around our house right now, it's not very good. Matter of fact, I'd give it a 1 out of 5 stars, and the only reason why I'd give this space a 1 star is because the curtains and windows are covered up, thus reducing visibility lines. And today, on our 5th and potentially 6th day, I plan on changing that by making this an actual base. Anyways everyone, welcome back to Project Zomboid with your first week in Build 42. We are joined by Graham once again, who has killed 86 zombies, surviving for 4 days, 23 hours, just about 5. And if you remember yesterday, we had just gotten done looting the hardware store. By the way, I didn't realize, but there's multiple symbols for different things, like symbols and loot. So before I do anything else, I'm gonna mark down this area here as a dead symbol because of the amount of zombies, and we will mark the hardware store with a hammer so we know to go back. Would you look at that, it's already coming together. But yes, today we are going to be using those supplies we found at the hardware store to craft up some stuff. You could also barricade a house very easily without the hardware supplies if you disassemble stuff, or even just steal all of the fridges from each neighboring house to build yourself a massive fridge wall. The possibilities are endless. We're just going for the classic tried and true barricade approach, which is going to involve 3 things. 1, we need trees. 2, we need a saw to process those trees into planks, and 3, we need an axe to actually chop them down as well. We already have the nails and hatchet, and the hacksaw right in here. The only problem right now is we are in a residential neighborhood and there's not a lot of trees. There's a couple up to the north, and I do think there are some in the backyard there, but it's nothing too big. Actually, looking down to the south, we have a few options. Okay, this is going to be really good. I especially like this spot because we can see through the chain link fence, and I won't be a complete sitting duck chopping down all the trees. I also spy, with my little eye, a couple of stones. Despite the stone not being too helpful right now, I did want to showcase another thing that Build 42 changed, and that's the fact that you can find stuff on the ground and actually pick it up, removing the large stone just like that. So it makes the process of finding a stone or a tree a lot easier. That is a large stone. Holy 40 kilos, maybe not. Thankfully, there are some more adequately sized ones like this one right down here. Would you look at that? 3 can be used to build a campfire, and you can also make a hammer, which I think is also a little bit harder to craft with the new crafting system. On second glance, it's not that bad right now. All you need is a knife, a tree branch, a stone, and a rag. You do need maintenance level 1 and a surface to craft on, which is exactly why I say maintenance is very important. In order to make a stone knife, what do you need? You still need maintenance level 1, and you need a blade to actually attach to the handle. How can you make a blade? You can do that with napping, which is going to require level 1 napping. So yes, going out into the woods and making a stone axe and hammer combo is going to be a little bit more difficult compared to the other times. I will drop off the stone randomly in my backyard, and we will get started very soon. The only other thing I would want to do right now is maybe drive up my car over so I don't have to walk back and forth to grab the logs. Or better yet, why don't we just use the van, which has way more carry capacity? Yeah, that sounds like a damn good idea. And so I'll drive this really terrible white car out of the way. Maybe like in front of the house so I can use it as a bit of a shielding spot. I will head right on down towards the blue van, driving it over. Also, with the corpses in the air with the bad smell, it's probably a good time to wear our respirator. Ah, much better. It's gonna make me a little bit more uncomfortable, but I think it's well worth it. Let's drive this son of a gun back through. You see that in the top left corner? I think that may be a survivor house. Well, I know I was gonna do a little bit of base maintenance, but that might be a huge boon. I also don't see many zombies around the area, so we might be in the clear for this one. I will park my van right out in the front driveway, though, for a speedy getaway, though. And yeah, if you don't know what a survivor home is, basically, the hallmark of one is that it has barricaded windows and doors, and the things you can find inside are extremely nice. I also have to say, why is my luck so good on this series? We found a generator with a generator manual, a perfectly good car, and another drivable car, and now we have a survivor home. This is pretty good. There are a couple of zombies inside, so before I even think of looting, I am going to be taking care of the trash. Fighting them one by one. That's the dream anyways. No zombies are coming up behind me. We can use that as a very easy way to backstrafe. Yes, we are good. Let's take care of you and do a 360 on the house then. Okay, there seems to be another birthday boy right there, another 2 zombies. We should be able to kill them pretty easily. Oh, we whiffed that completely. It was a good thing we followed up with a shove, which shows another use of the shove. It's just nice to have. That's gonna be 2, though. He's gonna be transfixed on that window. How many zombies are down here? It looks like those 2 zombies are stuck on a window. I don't really trust them in that position, though, so we are gonna take care of them before doing anything else. Oh, and of course, there's gonna be another 4 zombies down there. This is where it starts to get dangerous, everyone. Being in the back of these homes leads to a lot of sticky situations. I'll take care of the 4 in the open right now, though. Boom, that's 1 down with our boot. We have 2 more coming up, 1 slow shambler and 1 fast shambler. Boom, take care of him. Absolutely stomp the brains out of her. It does look like we are overexerting ourselves a little bit, and I did leave home a little bit hungry. I'm crossing my fingers we find something good to eat inside one of these homes, though. Alright, now it's time to deal with the zombies in here. The door is locked. I'm gonna do a little move called going into the dangerous house and killing them manually. Oh, yep, there's 2 more zombies up there. They don't see me. They will see me very soon, though. I'm gonna try and get a stealth kill on one of them. Oh, nope, there's 3. Back to the fence line. Very slow and steady to not waste any stamina. Fence lines are truly your friend. Oh, also, if you don't have a weapon equipped, you can press right-click to hold and left-click to kick if you don't want to, you know, press space every time. That works as well. There are 2 more that were pretty grouped up. I'm not going to risk it with the fence lunge. I will kill them with the crowbar. Alternating between shoving and hitting. Our 6 is still good. Yes, we got the stealth kill as well. If you get very good with sneaking, you can sneak up behind zombies and to get an insta-kill without having to fish for a crit. I think that's going to be most of the threats. We are getting a little bit out of breath, so I don't want to stick around here too much. I just want to get in this place and get out. That's also a new level of sneaking. Good job, Graham. You're gonna need it. And the way we're gonna be going inside of this house is through this open window here. There is a shelf on the other end, which makes me not want to go through. If you go through a window with a shelf on the end, your character will climb over the shelf, which can stun lock you in certain situations. Instead, what I'm gonna do is use our handy dandy crowbar and unbarricade this window right here. That also gives me extra lumber to work with my home. Inside, we have a diary. I'm gonna slowly come in here. Okay. It really does seem to be the 1 zombie. I will stab him in the back. Just like that. Ooh, right in his skull as well. Brutal. Give me that denim shirt. It is going to increase my insulation a bit, but if we look at our protection value, it should have gone up. Yeah, look at that. 55% basically across my torso. Now that this house is clear, it's time to see what goodies they have. First of all, we have a spade, a broken long handle, another plank. I'll be grabbing all of those. A nightstick, which is a pretty decent short blunt weapon. I am also so hungry. Please let there be food. Oh yeah, we're good. Let's eat an entire thing of salami. I'll be grabbing the rest later. We have 2 club hammers, some salt, bubblegum soda, a pack of hamburger buns, which is stale, some cooking magazines, baking trays, a whole bunch of medical supplies, caffeine pills, tongue depressor. I don't know why I'd ever use that, but what's really cool is the extra painkillers and the bleach bottles, which I can empty out. Over here, we have some VHS tapes. And finally, inside here, we have a schematic for filters. That's new. And a handgun case, boasting a Desert Eagle pistol and 3 boxes of 44. How does this look? Did they change up the look of the deagle? No, it still looks very much the same. No, it still very much looks the same. Though they did change up the aiming system, which I haven't had much time to experiment with, so I won't put in my 2 cents there. I'm gonna grab the food, and we will head back Kings. Oh, and not to mention all the planks we're gonna get as well. Let's do that after we drop off our supplies. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Planks don't come cheap after all. Oh, would you look at that, everyone? I was just going through the radio on our dashboard here, and we have the automated emergency broadcast system. This is one thing you would like to keep in mind if you're looking for any radios. The actual frequency itself will change from time to time, but this allows you to see the weather at the start of every hour, so that's really nice. I don't think it'll play anything for now, but this also tells us when the chopper event is gonna hit. Well, that's gonna be real helpful for me. Oh, it really feels like everything is going well for us, aside from that one time the alarm went off. Yeah, and we're also pretty darn thirsty. Well, I guess what we'll do right now is back up right over here, grabbing the planks, and dropping it off at the other spot. Then I'm gonna get some damn water. Alright, here it is, everyone. Survivors are reporting developments on the perimeter, running battles between civilians and military enforcement. It looks like they may have added in some extra lore as well. Yeah, stuff is going real bad at the Louisville checkpoint, I think. Enough to make us hungry. Oh, wait a minute. We weren't on the correct channel, everyone. Oh, my bad. Well, I guess we'll save that for another day. We are getting a little bit drowsy, so for the rest of this night, we will chop down trees. As soon as I get exhausted, we are heading on inside, though. Oh, that's fun. It looks like chopping down trees gives us muscle strain. That is very new. I'm gonna chop down at least 2 more trees, especially the big one here, and maybe those 2 up there. Then I'll give our character a little break. We are looking a little worse for wear, especially now that we're normally tired rather than drowsy. It would be very nice to get all of this work done right now, though, so I don't have to do it in the future, and I can get a good night's rest, completely resetting our palette. We are finally done, everyone. It probably doesn't help we've been wearing a respirator the entire time. Take that off, buddy. Yeah, there you go. It did make me a little bit tense working off so hard, but we are done. We're unpleasantly hot, we're highly exerted, and tired, so I'm gonna call it quits for the day. By the way, I would not be doing this if I didn't clear out this entire area and double, triple check to make sure no zombies were coming up. Otherwise, you are liable to die a very horrible death. Okay, we are actually on the automated emergency broadcast system now. This is huge. Today, average weather, 68 degrees, minimum 59 degrees, mild wind from the southwest, maximum of 15 miles per hour, clear skies. The only part we really care about right now is going to be the helicopter event. Hopefully, it will tell us when it hits. No, there's nothing about that. That's fine. I'm gonna leave the car out here because we still have to lug all of the logs back. I will, however, wear my duffel bag, keeping the small bug-out bag inside. I will also turn off the radio so we don't drain the batteries. Beautiful. I will go to sleep, and we will barricade everything tomorrow. It's now 5 a.m. This is the earliest we have ever woken up from. I also think our beard has increased in size since our first day. Oh yeah, it definitely has. We had a full beard before, now we have a scruffy one. So far, we've survived just about 6 days, killing 103 zombies. It's pretty dang surprising when you see how little we've actually explored. There's quite a bit, and I think a majority of it just came from me being uber safe about zombies not being allowed within, like, the area of my house. We can also mark down that we have looted that house right down there. Looking outside right now, it still is a little bit dark, so while we are up in the morning, let's go make ourselves something nice. We did grab a meat patty, or sorry, ground beef, which I can cook into a meat patty, and we did pick up some stale hamburger buns. So even if they are stale, I'm thinking we make ourselves a nice hamburger. We will go into the crafting menu to do just that, making a meat patty. Then chucking the beef patty into the oven alongside of the chicken. You might as well bulk cook some stuff while we have the time. Turning it on, waiting for it to go through. While that's cooking up, we will continue to read. Also, we do need a crate for this closet because I'm starting to just throw stuff on the ground and it's not very good. That's gonna be the chicken and beef cooked up. Now we should be able to make a burger out of it. Oh yeah, we definitely can. We have about 4 burger buns and 3 hot dog buns. Can I make hot dogs? No, just burgers. That's fine by me because we can make them out of chicken as well. Let's add in that beef patty. I will make one from chicken. Throwing in a little bit of oil. I'm not sure why I do that. Pepper. A little bit of salt. Processed cheese. Sour cream. Onion, and a dash of pickle, making the stale burger into something that makes me less bored and a little bit more happy. Awesome, let's do the same exact thing on this end as well. Yeah, we're getting real spicy with it today. I'll pop both of them within the fridge and I will eat the beef burger right now. Delicious. Now we're only weighed down a little bit uncomfortable and moist, which is the perfect combination to get some real manual work done. And the way I'm going to be doing this today is loading the logs into my backpack, running them back, and sawing them once I'm actually near our base. Two hours of gophering has gotten me about 8 whole logs. I think that'll be more than enough for our base. We could potentially get 2 logs per window, and we only have 1, 2, 3, 4 windows. Yeah, that might be a good play. I'll grab 1 more log for that reason then. Now what I'm gonna do is drive up my car a little bit closer and I'm gonna drop off a log at every spot I want to barricade. For one, definitely this spot in here. We can finally put back the table in its rightful place, as well as the TV, especially now that we're not in struggle mode. That right there was a meta event, by the way. Hopefully that doesn't bring too many zombies to my location, but that's the whole purpose of them, is to bring zombies back and forth. I will also say having glass shards inside our home is a bit of a safety hazard, so I'm gonna pick that up and drop it outside. By the way, I only recommend picking up glasses if you have leather gloves. If you don't, you could cut your character, which is very bad for your health, believe it or not. I'll drop the glass shards out here, and I will drop off the rest of the planks. I forgot to mention, if you're wondering why I am doing this, it's because you can barricade on both ends of a window, so in theory you could place down 8 planks per window. I'm only going to go 3 to just play a bit more of a conservative role. Yeah, that looks pretty darn good. Now that they're all down, all I have to do is go to a log pile, right-click it, saw them up, and we can instantly get planks to barricade with. So let me grab my nails, open up all 100 of them, including my hacksaw, and we can finally barricade our home into a proper base. It's looking better already, and our muscle strain definitely has a problem with the overloaded burdens. I will also say we are going to be barricading this front door, but I'm not going to barricade it from the outside. So in the advent there is a very bad situation and I need to leave very quickly, I am not completely screwed if I want to go through the front door, as all I need to do is unbarricade it with my hammer, rather than have to, like, you know, go through the entire other door. I doubt it's ever going to come to use, but it's small redundancies like that which is really going to make us survive. So we will barricade the front door and the windows, making this place a fortress. Probably not too much of a fortress to survive the chopper event, though. That event is going to be rough. Alrighty, that's gonna be every single area taken care of. Also, we don't need the sheet anymore because the planks do the same exact job. We will just roll it up, and if I ever need it, it's there. I'm gonna do one little once over of the house, but I think there's gonna be no zombies on the outside, and with that, I think we set up a small farm as well, as we still have an unlimited supply of water coming from our taps. And we have so many seeds to plant. It's gonna be a pretty small farm, but it'll be something to, set us forward. Cool, we have them all red. Let's see which ones would be good for July. That's gonna be bell peppers, lemongrass, and sugar beets. That sounds like a very nice farm to me. I wonder if you can use the sugar beets to bait deer. That'd be a pretty cool thing to add in the future. Okay, no zombies outside. We can go grab the spade right here and dig out some furrows. I'm not going to be making too large of a farm because of the water requirements, but I'm thinking of making 3 rows of 3. Just like that. Okay, to start off, let's open up the bell pepper seed packet. Planting those bad boys like that. We do have about 5 per. Then we're going to move on to the lemongrass. Finishing it off with sugar beets. I'm actually so happy over the new variety of stuff we can farm. I'm very excited to see how in-depth you can get with it. And it's only going to be a short time until someone figures out how to add in soil nutrition. That's when the fun starts to really happen. Okay, now that we have everything planted down, let's go grab the soup pot and start to water them bad boys. By the way, if you do start farming on a big scale, I highly recommend you get at least 3 levels in carpentry before you do, as a lot of the recipes require you to have 3 carpentry. As if you search up a rain collector barrel, you need minimum carpentry level 3, which is going to be pretty hard to build up now that you actually have to build out everything. It's just some food for thought is all. That is gonna be all of the water, everyone. I decided to bring the bottles along with me to speed up the process, but now we have a small farm which should hopefully make some plants within, let's see here, within 60 days. It's the same for the sugar beets, the lemongrass, and the bell peppers. So it might be a little bit till we see those actually pay off, but it's pretty damn awesome we got them there. We have no fertilizer, but if there's slugs, we got the slug remover for that. I'm gonna refill my bottles, and this will be a perfect spot to end the episode. When we wake up, it's going to be day 7, actually. Holy. That came a lot sooner than I would have thought, and with that, we will be waiting for the chopper event to survive, and I think that'll be a pretty good beginner's guide for a lot of you. We're gonna save that for another day, though. If you guys have liked this episode, be sure to like, favorite, share, and subscribe for more as we get a beautiful night's rest. I will see you all next time. Peace out, everyone.